Well, hi, my name is Greg Burns, and this story is called There You Are. And this story took place at a drive-in movie. Many years ago. This was back in the 50s. And it was a very special event for our family to go to the drive-in movie in Whittier, California. And it was really exciting. We all got in the Pontiac station wagon, which was like a chrome fortress. They didn't have, well, the station wagon was the SUV of the 50s. And so that's what we did. And so we all piled in there, and my brother and I were so excited. We're all going to the drive-in show. This is so cool. We're wearing our pajamas because that's what your parents did. They put you in pajamas because the kids are going to be asleep by the time the end of the movie. Blah, blah, blah. But we were ready. So off we went to the drive-in show. And we got there about a half hour early. My dad got out and started putting the speaker on the window. My mom was getting the food ready. Meanwhile, my brother and I took off like a shot to the drive-in playground. And typically, all drive-ins had a playground which was right in front of this massive screen. And so there we were down there and playing and having a good time, sliding and swinging. And we completely lost track of time because it got darker and darker and darker. And then suddenly we were just drenched in this golden light, and we heard and we started playing the coming attractions. And we looked up at this monumental screen, and it was so fantastic. It was about 900 feet tall and a half mile wide. And John Wayne was 100 feet tall, and so was, who was the, Doris Day, yeah. All those stars of the 50s. And so, wow, we were looking up that, and it just took our breath away. It just did it. But what really took our breath away was when we turned around. And we turned back to go back to the car, and there were 5,000 cars parked in the dark. And we both said, uh-oh. And it was not a happy uh-oh, it was a rather ominous uh-oh. And of course my brother said the obvious thing, well, we'd better go looking for our car. And so off we went, and so there we went down row after row of cars, looking, and sometimes we'd even look into the car. And somebody said, hey, get out of here, we get lost. And we said, we are. And we kept looking, and we kept getting loster and loster. And I was beginning to think that maybe the pajama idea was not a real good idea, because it's bad enough to be lost, but when you're in your pajamas and everybody's wearing street clothes, and so on we went. We just couldn't find the station wagon, and I was starting to get anxiety. And you know how that is when you get anxiety and you can't blink, and your throat gets tight, and I was trying to, we're at the drive-in. And my brother was looking at me, and he could tell I was stressing out. I said, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Hey, if they can't find us, we'll just sleep in the snack bar. And I thought about that for a second. I said, I can't sleep in a snack bar. I only know how to sleep in a bunk bed with a stuffed animal and a nightlight, and I have to be 14 steps from the bathroom. If I sleep in a snack bar, I am going to have serious psychological problems for the rest of my life. And he said, okay, all right. And just about then, I was just about to lose it. I heard this voice saying, there you are. there you are. And I knew that voice immediately. It was my dad. And there I recognized the voice, and there was his Hawaiian shirt. And he said, where have you guys been? You know, we've been looking for you. The movie's about to start. Come on, let's get going. And we were relieved, to say the least. So he took our hands and took us back to the station wagon. And the dome light came on, and there was my mom, you know, getting out paper cups, and my dad was pouring the 7-Up. And we began to eat popcorn out of a giant Tupperware bowl. And things were right again. Everything was right again. The world was right because we were found. And it's a great feeling to be found. And I remember being extremely, extremely tired. But before I fell asleep, a thought crossed my mind. I said, you know, wherever I go, I will always know that my Father's voice will find me. There you are. There you are. There you are.